Today is the video of my trip to work. So I'm just going to leave the underground car park under our building in Al Sadd. Over two speed bumps just before we get to the exit. First one. And the second one. The barrier is open, which has been for the last couple of weeks. I've no idea why they're leaving it open at the moment. Normally we need a card to get in, but it opens automatically to get out. And then I've got a choice of going ahead through that building and onto the road, but I tend to choose to go round on this unpaved area, which will take me round to the road as well. On the other side in front you can see there's a building currently under construction, another apartment block, or yet another apartment block. Now, unfortunately we don't hear any of the work that's going on there because we're on the front of the building. Now, three more speed bumps in short succession. All of them show sort of scouring where people have obviously gone over too quick and scraped the bottom of their cars. Here's the second one. And the final one. In front of us you can see this university accommodation for males. Now it's a right turn here, and I've got to avoid, there's a huge great pothole just on the side of the road, which I don't suppose they're ever going to fill in. Turn left, and now we're going to head up towards the main road, which is the Al Ryan Road, which heads straight the way into the city centre. I'm going to have to pull out and get into at least the second lane or third lane of traffic if I can. Usually it's not too difficult to get out here, cars are going so slowly. And if you are taking a bit of time, someone behind is going to hoot and hurry you up anyway. Traffic is usually quite heavy this time of the morning. I mean, we're 7:05 now. Traffic starts much earlier. Remembering a lot of people get up at 5 for the first prayer of the day, so their days do start before most of ours do. So now I just push my way into the traffic. They're not great at letting you in, but there we are, I found a bit of space. And here we go. Cross the lights. Just flashing green. They suddenly flash green to show you that they're about to change, and then they will go quickly to orange and then red. It's the same when lights are changing from red, that there's no intermediary. It doesn't go orange and give you a bit of a clue. Suddenly they're green straight from red. Heading along the Al Ryan Road, which is a two-lane dual carriageway. Not sure how much you can see because the light is coming towards us. The sun is on our just to my right. And Charles just pulled out in front of me. A lot of lane changing. For no apparent reason sometimes, I then change straight back. So now we're just queuing for the roundabout ahead. As well as there being little lane discipline, roundabouts are a bit of an unknown quantity. There could be 2 or 3 lanes, and people will not necessarily take what you would think is the obvious route. If you're going straight on or to the right, then you would normally sit in the right lane, but quite often they will be in the far left and just cut straight across in front of you. So they're things you have to be aware of, particularly as they don't usually indicate. They will just come across. So there's a lot of very defensive driving going on just to make sure you're completely safe. So here we are at the roundabout. Towards the right of this view, I think you can see another huge complex of apartment blocks being built. So across the roundabout, as you can see, they've changed lanes in front of me for no reason. Even though I'm going straight on, he was going right round the roundabout to the left. You can probably see again cranes in the foreground, where they're doing more building on the older part of the city. Unfortunately, the road ahead, which I would normally go down, is closed. So I'm going to take a left turn here. Where we're going to try and join the Corniche, which is the road running around the bay. Normally we go straight ahead and join it a little bit later on. Someone is deciding in front of him to change lane. He wants to go the other way, so he's just going to come out and come across. Good luck to you. So now we're waiting at lights, and we're going to do a left, and the left will take us to another roundabout where we can then head towards the Corniche. Lights here are extremely long in duration, because it's not like the UK where lights happen front coming towards you and you going towards them at the same time. Most often there will be one movement at a time, and sometimes when there's right hand and left hand lanes as well, each one has its own turn to avoid any traffic potentially crossing in front of each other, which tends to be pretty much a danger spot here, because people don't really like to give way. So we could sit here, maybe 5 minutes. I've sat getting on for sort of 8 or 9 minutes at some lights, which no wonder they're sort of frustrated drivers when they're waiting that long, and they drive as fast as they can to the next set of lights to wait another 5 or 10 minutes. It's really strange, but you do get more patience just sitting in front of lights waiting for them to go. Now ours are still red, so we're just going to sit here patiently. Oh no, they've gone green. So we're going to head round the corner to the left. See the view of the modern city right in front of you. We're going to hit another roundabout now. This is the roundabout in front of the Emir's palace. He doesn't actually live there anymore, it's more administrative now, but it used to be the palace. We're going to head round the roundabout, take a right here, now we're heading towards the Corniche, where I will join yet another long line of traffic. And in this case it looks like it's slowing right down. So I'm just going to push my way in a moment. get into the middle lane to then get into the far left lane. This is actually busier than normal for some reason, not sure why. Sometimes there's no reason why the roads will be quiet and then suddenly they'll be busy. It's a really pleasant view on the left. I can see all across the bay, view across the water to the modern buildings. And on my right, there's the old Emiri Diwan, the Emiri's palace. Right, I'm going to shift over into the middle lane. Sure whether ahead of you can see the tower of the minaret, the mosque tower. It's one of the nicest ones, I think. It's got looks like a helter-skelter design, so it's got a curving set of steps that run up the outside. Okay, next set of roundabout. There's often police at the roundabouts. Sometimes, certainly in rush hours, they will control the traffic, stopping them coming from one direction and letting the traffic move through. Well, we're still on the Corniche. Now I'm going to attempt in a minute to get into the left lane. Through one more set of lights, and then at the next roundabout I'm going to have to go to the left. You might just see as we're passing now on the left there was a speed camera there popping up all over the place. There's another one just on the left again. On the right the building is the National Bank. Coming up to the Museum of Islamic Art roundabout. All the roundabouts have names around here, like related to what it is. So the one by the Al Jazeera station is known as Television Roundabout. The one, surprisingly, next where the first Burger King in Doha was built is called the Burger King Roundabout. Now here I'm going to try and get into the left, right, museum. So I'm just going to have to wait until the traffic moves and I can push my way in. Which I will do. There we go. I'm into the museum. I'm just going to get through the barrier. Now I'm onto the cobbles which run all the way to the underground car park. The car park is just beneath the main walkway up into the museum. park is there's huge areas of grass here. Left turn. And through the barrier. And here I am in the underground car park. I tend to park at the far end.